Hello everyone. I'm Ted. And today we will be continuing with Chapter 4. Human Resource Planning. Let's start. Process of Human Resources Planning. Process of Human Resources Planning can be understood with the following table. Forecasting the demand for human resources. The demand for talent is basically influenced by three factors: external factors, organizational factors, workforce factors. Let's look at all of them one by one. External factors. Economic, political, legal, social, and technical factors play a major role in forecasting demands for talent. Liberalization, opening up of banking sector, capital market reforms, the online trading systems have created a huge demand for finance professionals during 1990 to 95 in India. Political changes within a country, for example, might bring in a reform-oriented government, leading to greater demand for certain types of skills such as software, construction, telecommunication professionals. Likewise, technological advances may see a sudden spurt for customer service executives, qualified sales staff, knowledgeable service engineers, etc. in emerging product categories such as smartphones, tablets, high-end refrigerators, sophisticated laptops, or even qualified nurses in specialty hospitals. Organizational factors. The organization's strategic plan, sales, and production forecasts and new ventures must all be taken into account in employment planning. If Britannia Industries Limited expects higher demand for biscuits and bread, the long-term HR plan must take this into consideration. Likewise, if it tries to venture into other lucrative fields such as milk-based products or confectionery items, the demand for people possessing requisite skills in those areas in the next couple years should be looked into carefully. Workforce factors. The demand for talent is going to be impacted by several other workforce-related factors such as retirement, termination, resignation, death, and unauthorized absence. Of course, these changes can be predicted with a lot of accuracy if HR professionals critically look into computer profiles of employees. These factors will, however, tell us as to how many people we may require at a point of time if a certain level of business activity is maintained. Moving next. Demand forecasting techniques. Judgmental methods. The services of experts are pressed into service in order to forecast the demand for labor. Three forecasting methods by experts deserve mention here. The simplest way, known as the bottom-up forecasting method, to arrive at the magical figure is to seek the opinion and guidance from the unit, branch, or division to prepare an estimate. The sum of all such estimates prepared at various levels in different divisions or branches is the demand forecast for the whole organization. In the top-down forecasting method, the exercise would commence with top managers. They often meet to discuss how trends, business plans, the economy and other factors would impact the organization in question. The best and the worst possible scenarios are looked into, in addition to other environmental factors, before an estimate is made. Most organizations prefer to use the Delphi technique for this purpose. The Delphi technique is a forecasting aid based on a consensus of a panel of experts, who do not meet face-to-face but exchange notes through anonymous questionnaires. The experts refine their opinions, phase by phase, until they reach a consensus. Mathematical techniques. Quantitative approaches to forecasting involve the use of statistical or mathematical techniques. They are the approaches used by theoreticians and professional planners. One example is trend analysis, which forecasts employment requirements methods for projecting HR demand. The trend analysis is based on the fact that employee demand could be estimated based on some observable trends in the past. Computer models. Computerized forecasts could be prepared by including important variables such as direct labor hours needed to produce 1 unit of product and 3 possible sales outcome, maximum, minimum and probable for the product in question. A typical forecast in terms of assembly line workers and additional secretarial staff required could be generated easily. In a retailing unit, for example, based on estimated store traffic and sales forecasts, staffing requirements could be predicted with the help of computers in an objective way. Of course, such forecasts would be useful only when other qualitative factors are also taken into account. HRP, qualitative and quantitative aspects. Ideally, HRP should include the use of both qualitative, the knowledge, skills, and experience required for a job incumbent, and quantitative, the specific number of people required for job vacancies, approaches. In combination, the two approaches serve to complement each other, thus providing a more complete forecast by bringing together the contributions of both theoreticians and practitioners. Keeping the above background factors in mind, HR professionals generally carry out a workforce and workload analysis in order to estimate the demand for manpower, followed by job analysis in order to estimate the demand for manpower, followed by job analysis which, in any case, would help in assessing the skill requirements in relation to a specific accounting period. Workforce analysis. The quality that a company requires depends on a number of factors. Job analysis data would help determine the skill requirements of a job. A close look at the available manpower within the organization would throw light on loss of manpower due to leave, voluntary retirement schemes, retirement, death, transfer, discharge, etc. during the last 5 years may be taken into account. The nature of competition, say from foreign banks, other non-banking financial institutions may also be considered here to find out actual requirements in a year. While some of the interchanges and external supply could be predicted, growth opportunities, promotions, transfers, retirements, etc., others are not so easy to predict. Past experience and historical data may bank managers in this regard. Workload analysis. The need for manpower is also determined on the basis of workload analysis, wherein the company tries to calculate the number of persons required for various jobs with reference to a planned output, after giving weightage to factors such as absenteeism and idle time. While determining manpower requirements through workload analysis, commercial banks may have to take the following factors into consideration: the number of transactions to be handled by an employee, the amount of deposits and advances per employee, special requirements in respect of managing extension counters, currency chests, mobile branches, etc. Future expansion plans of the bank concerned. Managerial judgment, a study of the past trends, may serve as a useful guide in this regard. Statistical and econometric models may also be pressed into service, sometimes, depending on the requirement. Job analysis. Job analysis helps in finding out the abilities or skills required to do the jobs efficiently. A detailed study of jobs is usually made to identify the qualifications and experience required for them. Moving next. Forecasting the supply of human resources. Demand forecasting techniques. Once an organization is able to forecast its future requirement for employees, it should begin to look both internally as well as externally to fill the possible vacancies. Internal labor supply analysis. Internal sources need to be tapped first so as to keep the interest of members who have acquired considerable amount of experience in a position. Those skills, knowledge, and experience could be put to good use if the vacancies are filled up with existing experienced staff. A computer profile of employee in terms of age, sex, education, training, years of experience in a particular position and eligibility for next promotion should be readily available in order to facilitate smooth progression of existing staff into superior positions. While doing so, the HR manager should keep an eye on factors such as attrition levels, absenteeism, retirement, death, accident rates, etc. External labor supply analysis. When the organization grows rapidly, diversifies into newer areas of operations, such as merchant banking, capital market operations and mutual funds in the case of a bank, or when it is not able to find the people internally to fill the vacancies, it has to look into outside sources. Unlike in the past, companies now have a wide choice in the job market. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. This video is brought to you by Bookstune. Like this video to encourage us. Share this video to spread the knowledge. And subscribe to this channel for latest update.